What if you stopped trying to live someone else's life and finally chose your own? This is the story of Eleanor. Eleanor was always the observer. At 26, she had a stable job and a face that disappeared in crowds. But her heart was always loud. She used to write poetry at 2 a.m., paint galaxies on old canvases. She dreamed of creating, of living wide and wild. But slowly, subtly, she stopped. Why? Because she looked around and saw everyone else running ahead. Her friend Ava, already running a startup in Berlin. Liam, just got married in Greece. Maya, traveling the world. Eleanor scrolled, compared, and collapsed inward. I should be doing more. Why am I still here? What's wrong with me? Every day felt like wearing a costume. Every post she made felt like a lie. She wasn't living, she was performing. But no one noticed, because comparison hides in silence. One Sunday, Eleanor received a wedding invitation from Avenue. Destination? Santorini. She almost didn't go, but something in her whispered, "You need to see it for yourself." Santorini was stunning. Blue domes, golden skies, people laughing like they were made of light. Eleanor felt invisible in the glow of others. At the reception, she excused herself. She wandered the whitewashed streets alone and ended up in a little art shop. There, she saw her. An old woman, silver hair in a bun, deep laugh lines on her face, was painting the Aegean Sea with watercolors that shimmered. Eleanor stood still, mesmerized. The woman looked up, gently smiling. "Do you paint?" she asked. Eleanor hesitated, then nodded. "Then why do your eyes look like you've forgotten?" The words landed like thunder in her heart. Her eyes filled with tears. And then, like a child, she asked quietly, "Why do I always compare myself to others? Why can't I just be enough?" The old woman paused, put down her brush, and said, "Sit. Let me tell you a story. When I was your age, I had a group of friends. We did everything together: school, travel, late-night dancing under street lamps. One by one, they all started getting married. Clara first, then Olivia, then Ruth. Wedding after wedding. I smiled in photos, but cried alone at night. I started wondering if something was wrong with me. Was I not pretty enough? Not good enough? Not lovable enough? I began to avoid mirrors. I began to shrink, to question why I even existed if no one chose me. I compared everything, my hair, my job, even the way I dress. Until one day, I broke. She paused. Her eyes glistened. I remember sitting by the sea, right where you are now. I looked at the waves and realized something. The ocean doesn't compete with the sky. The stars don't compare their shine. Why was I trying so hard to become someone I was never meant to be? So, I stopped. I stopped comparing. I started building. I went back to painting. Started teaching art at the community center. Woke up each day not for validation, but for peace. And do you know what happened? She smiled softly. The right man came when I was too busy blooming to chase. We married at 34, later than most, but perfect for me. We now have 2 daughters, and every day I thank God I didn't rush my story to match someone else's timeline. Eleanor sat frozen, listening, feeling, softly crying. The old woman touched her hand gently and said, "My dear, comparing yourself to others is not evil. It's human. But letting it pause your life? That's where the danger lies. Trust the process. Trust your timing. Trust God. Your season will come. But don't miss it by trying to live someone else's." Eleanor's life didn't magically change, but it became hers again. Comparison didn't vanish. It still whispered. But now, she didn't listen. she knew better. Because when you stop measuring yourself by what others are doing, you finally start seeing who you were meant to become. It's not about catching up. It's about waking up. Your timeline is valid. Your journey is worthy. You are not behind. You are becoming. Your story is not late. It's just unfolding at a different pace. Comparison may knock, but you don't have to let it in. Pause the scroll. Silence the noise. Come home to yourself. Because when you stop chasing their path, you finally discover your own. And the world doesn't need another of them. It needs you, fully alive, fully you. If this story found you today, maybe it's because you were ready to hear it. You are not behind. You are becoming. And if you believe in divine timing, leave a comment below. Subscribe to MindSpark for stories that awaken you. Because your timing is sacred, your journey is beautiful, and your story is only just beginning.